Good morning, guys. It's your old pal Brian. It is about 9 a.m. October 13th. I think it's been a while since I've actually done a proper blather video.
Binding.
Methinks.
Throttle hold. Throttle active.
Been about 2 or 3 weeks since I've flown a whirly gig, that's for sure. Like flown one. I don't know if the battery's going to work on this or not. I think it's charged. Yeah, so happy Monday. We left Tennessee yesterday and headed out here to beautiful Lake Toxaway, North Carolina. One of my most favorite places to be. We were greeted by the owner, Melissa, who actually has moved into that rig right there with her 3 kids and their husband. I don't know if they're going to build a house up here on this hill or not, but I suspect they may. Right behind that tree line is a little hill where they used to live. So I don't know. I got to play catch up with them. Their kids are growing like weeds. Like weeds. But yeah, all is well. Ollie turned 50 pounds today at about 5 months and some change. And he had an upset stomach though this morning. He's like Ellie, he just eats whatever he wants to eat, and I don't think acorns are on his diet, so it's the second time in a few days that he's had an upset GI. I was up bright and early, taking care of my little boy. The ladies love him. Met Kimberly, who's by herself here living in a little rig. She loved all over him yesterday.
8 minutes.
The leaves are just starting to change, as you might see in the background. Shout outs, Rowdies, of course. Gretchen's back home. Tears of joy. I think it's just better though that I've said this before, that when you know something's coming to an end, I mean proper, you tend to enjoy it more, and I think it's just great because you get to come back and start it all over again. So shout outs to Josh, Cassie, who's dealing with the teacher strike, Gail,
7 minutes.
of course, Cynthia, Gretchen. Fergie, shout out. You commented on one of my videos. I think it was my yesterday's flight video, just of the geographic area. Man, I'll tell you what, the sun was so bright it scalded the landscape, and generally I can kind of tune that out, you know, with software. The settings on my, yeah, but not so much. So I had to tune it out with software. Man, I thought my camera was busted. It was just so bright. We'll be decorating the place up here. Oh, I say we, my wife. What else? Heading to Barcelona and Spain in March. My wife has made arrangements for us to go to Athens and Turkey and a whole bunch of other places via airplane and cruise ship. It's our 40th anniversary. 40 years we've been married. And that puts us together 43 years, which is just incredible. The blessings God has just bestowed on us, I just can't even share. I'm so happy. Yeah, these are close quarters. Well, I'm asking for it's what I'm doing here. Generally, I fly out at the track. In fact, I'm going to do that in a little while. We'll talk more there. But yeah, all is well, healthy. Looking forward to spending a month here, and blah 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 blah. You know, just pushing my mind toward being home and my obligations there, and just, you know, we're going to be very busy. We're going to be busy before we headed.
5 minutes.
We're heading overseas for a few weeks, you know, in our scheduling. But we're doggone sure going to be busy now. So hey, that's Adam, Melissa's husband, also known as Lucky. Beautiful lady, beautiful kids. Here's one of them. God, somebody's cooking. That's a cool thing about campsites, that when they cook. And I just took my shot, so I'm going to be hungry until about this evening, and I won't be hungry for about 4 days, which kind of sucks. Beautiful aircraft. I don't know if Adam's got a day job or what. I think he does. He complained to me, or not complained, but observed to me that the place makes money, but to make real money, he might have to get a day job. So I think he might have got a day job. This place is going to be worth a fortune in about a decade. I mean, a fortune. Before this, I tried flying my baby Bell, but it's just not happening. The batteries are sketch. I'm charging them now on very low voltage. Will probably take half a day. I put them on a ganglion of lines. Yeah, I think he's got a day job. Got to play catch up. So I think I'm gonna run out to the track here in a bit and fly my flatties, as Captain Crunch would say. Or shout outs to you as well. And I'm glad the girls understand the beauty of them stupid flat airplanes. They really are amazing. You know, you can be careless with them and hone your skills and be more likely to handle flying emergencies in your other aircraft that you might care a little bit more about in a timely manner. Oh, there we go, we're out of battery. And next time you and I talk, I'll be out at the community center. Landing, he said to no one in particular.
Throttle hold.
Cool. All right, I'll be back in a few. See ya. I'm back. So flew the, actually before I videoed, I'd flown the
Throttle hold.
little Bell, but none of the batteries are any good on it. I don't know if they self-discharge or what their deal is, or when I stick them in the container, they push the button and cause them to be red and kills them that way. But anyway, they're all charging, and I flew the MD 500 obviously this morning. Loaded up the kids, came out here, and within about 10 minutes the dogs were exhausted. But we kept walking them anyway. Wifey and I discussed, she's just so good. I mean, you know, she's like, hey, you know, let's think about going to Barcelona and Spain, and next thing I know, everything's planned. Just amazing. You know, she's so good at this. Anywho, we came out here with the Biggins and their family, and at least they're out here trying to walk. They had a bunch of dogs. But yeah, we were able to still have a nice walk this morning, and we endeavor to do it again tomorrow morning. Internet's weird over there where I'm at. You got amazing download speeds, but uploads are slow. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is going outside and uploading these because
Throttle active.
I hadn't done this in a while. You get near their nodes, N-O-D-E-S, and next thing you know, take it off. You got crazy speeds. Yeah, I never got good at this like prop gear did because well, frankly, I'm a sissy. But, yeah, I don't know how to prop hang. I guess I could learn. What I tell people, when I'm inverted, it's generally unintentional. But yeah, the dogs had a real nice time here this morning, and I'm so glad we can get them out and about. Thought about bringing the little hoglet out here, but it is just too tight for me, and frankly, I'm old. Oh, there's somebody walking. Must have walked over here.
4 minutes.
If you'll pardon that obvious observation. Oh man, I might have lost my pocket knife. I use a Leatherman skeleton pocket knife, and I can't find it. And it's just clipped on the outside of the pocket, and it's just so easy for it to get lost. And I've had it for a couple of years now, so might be Amazoning another one of them. I gave one to my son, and I gave one to my neighbor. So I'm going to see if it turns up here in my stuff, but you know, it's just so easy for it to fall off. It's an excellent tool. I reached for it this morning, I'm like, AMRC, Virginia Barefoot Boy.
3 minutes.
Fergie. I think I just said hi to you in the other video. McMartin. Of course, Sand Crab, who never sees my videos. Ute, another one, never going to see one of my videos, ever. Who else? In the Tube Deep, he is kind, but he's able to cipher after all these years what my videos are about, and purports to stop and say hi, but I don't mind. These are unbelievably cathartic videos, and whether I'm talking to you or myself, it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, I'm that guy. My wife and I never experienced, you know, a proper fall growing up because, frankly, there's no fall in Florida. And these last 8 years, we damn sure have. And it's been lovely. It really has. She's back at camp setting up all our decorations because we will be here a month. My attorney and his wife had to go home and deal with some personal business, but they purport to be back up here sooner rather than later. It's 700 miles south of where I'm at. Tell you what we'll do, we'll fly one more of these and then we'll go get the twin. Stupid planes.
30 seconds.
These batteries, I don't know how old they are. I mean, honestly, years. Oh, and thank you, Prop Gear, who does watch my videos. He gave me the size of yoga rubber that they use so I can
Telemetry lost.
get away from these terrible, well, I mean, the O-rings are what they are. They're just not made for what I'm doing.
Telemetry recovered.
I don't know how many of y'all saw the, there's a great RV movie with Chevy Chase, I forget the name of it. But they
Throttle active.
taking off. They're dragging their RV hose down the road, and apparently I did that yesterday. My cap came off of my RV hose storage area, and it's 8 years old now, so it died. I'll have one Wednesday and or Thursday. Well, I order from Amazon. I had to order new hoses, so 2 new hoses, a hose carrier. Yeah, because my favorite hose did make it, but it ground a hole in both of them, so there's that. I say it ground a hole, 2 holes in the hose, and then inexplicably, and it probably has to do with just RV travel in general, but my HDMI port on my rig
4
TV,
minutes.
the main TV, I got to stick that in there, and it breaks off inside the television. You only have 2 ports, and this is a vintage 2016 TV. But luckily, our friends at Amazon make a port replicator, and I'll have that taken care of also this week, so I can just use my port replicator. Taking off. And then I need to look, it'll be interesting to see how much the Skeletor knife costs. It's about 80 bucks, but it is worth its weight in gold. It's always interesting to do price comparisons of what stuff cost then and now, back when I first bought it. But yeah, the itinerary is as follows.
3 minutes.
Screw off up here, exercise the dogs, fly, I gotta be careful. I don't have this thing on high rates, and a little noisier than it used to be, I swear. Of course, I just drill it on the ground all the time, And then we come home. We're home for, I think, basically 3 days. And Virginia Bareback Boy may be joining us at my house on the 17th of November. Oh man, I just blinded myself. God almighty. Generally though, I'm home and then I just head straight over to Trimble. This time what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to leave the rig in the front yard. You can plug it into 110 and just let the refrigerator run. You can't run air conditioners or anything. And then on the 17th, take it over there, and depending on what my friends have going on, I'll put him to work, and he can drag the rig over with me. If they have more time, we can possibly do a boat ride on my buddy's boat. I will discuss that with him, both of them. I'm real quick to use my buddy's boat. A beautiful boat. It's like right around your living room. It's embarrassing.
1 minute.
I'm just going to do a hot battery swap with the next airplane. And then we're going to call it. Believe it or not, I'm kind of out of blather. We just had a lovely travel season. I mean, went through the middle of the United States. High value target, of course, was the St. Louis Arch. And then cut across
30 seconds.
Canada and enjoyed Montreal,
20
Quebec,
seconds.
and that sort of thing. I got rained on for like 5 weeks. Cold.
10,
We made
9,
the best of
8,
it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Timer
Wind is
one
making it
elapsed.
down in the little holler here, so it's kind of funny. I have a minute to spare on these things. So I'm just going to fly it over, right? Landing.
Throttle hold.
Yeah, let's do a hot swap. And then I'm going to leave you people be. Because, yeah, man, I've been up since 3 a.m. dealing with puppy. Actually, I did get to
Telemetry lost.
apparently doze back off briefly. So I did get a little respite from the getting up early. My wife, the nurse, now she knows what you do when you got a bad GI. You go and just let your bowels calm. And she has such a soft spot for these creatures that she's like, Big Daddy, that's my name, Big Daddy. Big Daddy, you know, let's not starve the dogs to death, and of course we're not. But yeah, he does not need to eat until this evening, and then he'll get a very light meal. That I'll tell you all this already. He's weighs 50. Yeah, I did. I think he weighs 50 pounds as of today. He is a maniac. You come out here and just, I mean, zoomies, and that's just what they need, man. You just zoom, zoom, zoom. Now he's a crazy dude. He'll run into Elliot about warp 10. What is this thing called? Puddle Star? I tell you what, when I don't do something for
Switch
just a
warning.
short period of
0
time,
volts. Throttle hold. Flaps up. Middle rate. Stabilization on.
I've complained about this to you guys before. It's as if I've never done it, whatever it is, in my life.
Battery critical. Low battery. -7. Telemetry lost. Battery critical. Low battery. -7.
Save it.
Telemetry recovered. Battery critical. Battery critical.
That's not true.
0 volts.
Okay, that's not.
Battery critical. Low
Oh, yeah.
battery.
Oh, I see.
Battery critical. Battery critical.
What voltage is that?
Battery critical. Low battery.
That's backwards voltage.
Battery critical.
Yeah, so I kind of forget where my stuff goes and how it goes. And
12.5 volts.
And, you know, the wiring, the Chinese wiring is so crazy. You know, they just wire it any old way they want. No colors, they don't mean anything. Ooh, that was good to know. So, Drone 51, a YouTube influencer, produced a video yesterday extolling the virtues of
12.5 volts.
shell corporations. And they've already figured out, him and that other guy, Drone Valley, they done figured out, man.
Throttle active. Throttle active.
Let's make sure we got control surfaces. Taking off.
12.2 volts.
that DJI is still selling aircraft. They just ain't selling it under DJI's name, like Skydio and stuff like that's what they're doing. Keep them out of the trees. That would be embarrassing. I'd hate that to come out here with 97 feet of Schedule 40 to try to get one of these out of the tree. I was complaining to Ooh yesterday that he doesn't have his yak up in the air, and he just hadn't been feeling it. He had a GI issue as well. The tape that I got on there is just making all kinds of racket. It's not really adhering anymore.
Volts.
So the prop blows over and it sounds like it's on fire. Sounds like the what was it? The Atlas as it leaves the ground. Hear it?
11.8 volts.
Trying to get that thing to trim.
Volts.
Got a lot to do when I get home. What I may end up doing with my my awning, I got a slide out awning and a slide out topper awning, and my main awning are bad, and I may wait until I get back up to Presque Isle and order one from Mr. McCluskey.
11.6 volts.
I got welding to do on the leaf spring hangers. Wife's wanting to remove furniture and replace it. That's a lot of stuff to do. You'd think being home 120 days will work, but it won't. As it is, I'm going to be pulling out effectively 3 weeks because of going overseas. And then as soon as we get back, by the by, 3 days later we roll north. Ollie, I'm going to go ahead and introduce him to our go-to. We only have one place that we trust, Green Canine, and go ahead and get him oriented there with the staff, because both he and Ellie will probably end up there. If Ellie doesn't get sick before we go, and there's no, she's not ill, but she's old. 4 or 5 months from now, the universe changes.
11.3 volts.
We'll either give Ellie to my son, or I think they'd both be best at Green Canine. He would have significantly less separation anxiety. Ellie never experienced separation anxiety, but he's a little bit more lovey. It would be funny if I was to hit myself. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
11.3 volts.
All right, I've ran out of blather and piffle. Let's land this thing. Landing.
Throttle hold. Throttle hold.
And I'll give this an upload later on in the day. It is funny. You can hear the
11,
servos
5
just chattering away because because I'm a sissy and I use a gyro. Well, I tell you, Dale, the best part about using a gyro is the tzatziki sauce. Man, I passed some place yesterday and they were selling gyros and gyros, and I was, oh man, I want to. Oh, you know what? I guess I get to get a proper gyro here
11.5 volts.
when I go overseas.
Telemetry lost.
Hey, thanks for hanging out as always, and if I missed you in my piffle, it was unintentional. I'm all jazzed. Here at the community center, they have, and I've talked about this in years past, they have a
11.5 volts.
every Friday they have a shindig. So they got a band and they pass the hat, and they have a dinner of negligible quality food, and that's lovely. And you can walk here. Yeah, they're going up on price where we're staying by almost double. And she has been so kind to me, the lady owns the place, and really she just hasn't dinked me. But to get that place, to keep that place and to keep it lovely, I gotta go up. That's just the bottom line. And I'm gonna keep staying there until I can't. You know, having the Lake Toxaway Community Center within walking distance is so cool.
11.5 volts.
Okay, I've taken enough of your abuse, people. I'm out of here. See ya.